Hey, it's Manny. Hathaway Park is one of the mission time trials for the Lunar League, and it's not forgiven. However, with a bit of luck and practice, you can get under 15 minutes. In this video, I'll show you my build and my full, complete, successful run through. I know it's long, but I assure you, it is well worth it. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you know when there's new videos. And if you're looking for someone to game with, you can find me and other players in the Militia Discord server. The link is in the description below. Alright, since this is going to be a long video anyway, let's do this super quick. For my primary, I got a classic M1A with Boomerang. My secondary is a FAMAS with Fast Hands. Both have crit hit chance mods with the extended mags. Then we have Mask is Coyote's Mask, crit hit damage mod. We have Fenris Chest, crit hit damage mod, Obliterate. We will go with a Seska holster. And then for Backpack Province with crit hit damage and Vigilance. We have Contractor's Gloves, and then we have Fox Prayer's Knees. I'm running with the Sharpshooter specialization. I'm using Striker Drone, and I'm using the Jammer Pulse, which I did forget the mod, but it didn't matter at the time. So one thing I discovered last time, the last league, was that make sure you have your world difficulty set to either hard or normal, because if you have it on challenging or heroic, the mission will actually be challenging or heroic, even if you set it on hard, because you're setting it back, not up. This is also a very frustrating mission because there's a lot of time that Kelso and I think it's Benitez are talking and wasting time as things are happening. You're gonna wait for doors to open or the explosives to move around, so it's just very frustrating. So it can be done. It's going to be close on solo, but you can definitely do it. I did. Is a first waste of part time, so we gotta wait for this door to shut and then gotta wait for the lights to shut off. It's just kind of a nuisance as you want to keep moving, but I get it, it's part of the mission. I switched to my M1A1 here because you're gonna shoot at all the guys up at the top. They come out the possible 3 doors, one to your left, one straight, and one on the right. I find most of them come out to the door on the right, top right. They start from the middle there, and then they start coming out from the right over here, but mostly. But sometimes they did come out on the left side as well. Try to get them when before they hit the ground. Like I messed up there, but I still recovered. You can kill them before they hit the ground. Mostly reds, a couple purples, and you'll get one heavy at the end. Try to kill the reds first before you hit the heavy. The reds will actually run and hide, and it'll ruin your time. If the heavy won't hide, he'll just go right for you. Once more, some more time wasting activities. These are the times where you want to reload your weapons and things like that because you have to wait for this gate to open anyway. You can run right through these traps. Don't stop. Don't try to do anything with them. I find while the FAMAS is the hardest hitting AR, it does a lot of damage because it has such a high rate of fire.
Hey, stupid!
Kajika's still running.
Make no mistake, we may have caught him off guard, but we sure as hell have his attention now. He's in the catbird seat down here.
Agent, run a scan of the site and find out where he's heading.
So what I'd recommend doing also is, I did this in 1442, so I didn't have much time to spare. I had 18 seconds. Use my target times over there on the left to actually make checkpoints for yourself. So if you know you're going to make it or if you need to speed up or do anything like that. The biggest issue you're going to have, though, is besides the fact that Benitez and Kelso talk a lot, is some enemies will hide in areas that you can't get them. The upcoming area, you'll see what I'm talking about, where I waste a few seconds trying to get a guy to come out of the behind cover. So I'm back on the M1A, right? So I'm using the M1A for mostly like long range type shooting as opposed to the FAMAS, which I try to run and gun and shoot things closer. Now the drone may help in this area. I used it one time, and what happened was I put him on Kajinka right away before he jumped down, and then he kind of hit up there. So you want to actually do as much damage as you can right now to Kajinka. Forget everyone else, just do as much as you can on Kajinka so that he leaves the room and you can actually cycle the next phase.
Kajika's on the run again. Finish off those cleaners and stay after him.
So here's where I have an issue. There's a guy hidden right up there. He's a technician and he's dropping one of the bomber drones. So he's just hiding up there. I can't get to him. We're wasting time. I can see seconds ticking off and I'm getting aggravated. At the time I grab some ammo, but he's still up there. He's loading up a drone. I finally got him. Now I can leave the zone. It's things like that that make this mission frustrating.
He'll run out of road soon enough.
Isaac's picking up a lot of vibrations.
Careful, Agent. The cleaners are boring tunnels down here. You must be getting close to their drill.
I lost contact with the supply team. Division must have made it through.
We have enough fuel in the tank to reach Haven?
Maybe.
Then we keep going.
Haven? They're gonna drive that thing right through.
I knew you were planning something big, but I didn't expect this. Watch yourself, Agent. This tunnel is falling apart.
So I switched to M1A again because there's going to be a guy right up there. He's going to go with the mounted gun. I used the FAMAS on him one time and he hid. And then he just stayed up there and I had to try to find an angle to shoot him. And it was like 15 seconds of wasted time. So that's another good area to actually use the M1A. One shot, one kill.
Fuel stockpile detected. We need to get this drill out of operation. Rhodes, any ideas? Giant drills aren't exactly precise. But let's see what we can do. Okay, Agent. Isaac's picking up a crane.
So reaching the top of this ladder about 640, 630 would be better. Gives you a little more time. I got screwed in the first room with Kajinka, but I make up some time here. Here's another one where I switched to my M1A for everything long range. This is a pretty easy room, but it's a time waste. You can see it's 6:55 right now when I finish the computer. Now we're gonna wait for the actual explosive to go up and go across. We'll actually finish killing all the enemies pretty quickly, and then we'll just have to sit there and wait for like another half a minute to a minute. There's always the same number of enemies. Sometimes they're different though, but it's always the same number of enemies. So pay attention to what you kill and pay attention to your radar as well. So you can see now they're all behind me. So I'm gonna come over here on the left and I'm gonna stand right up here. I can see there's 3 locations. They come from this ladder, the ladder to the left there, and there's a hole up on the top left. You'll see I'll shoot enemies from all 3 of them. But if you stay right here, you can actually see them all come up. If you go down lower, sometimes they stay down and they don't actually climb up. So I would stay up in this area right here, and it gives you a good chance to shoot everybody and kill them before they get up off the ladders or hop down out of the hole. And then of course there is the one heavy. And that's it for enemies. Now we have to sit and wait. Remember, it was 6:55. Now it's 8:18, and the explosives are still moving. So now's the time to reload your weapons, change any skills if you have to do it. I've done before here where I had a shield and I switched over to my pulse. I typically don't use any skills until the last boss fight.
they breached Haven, there would have been nothing left to save.
Now get back to Kajika. Isaac's detecting movement in the tunnels up ahead.
Taking out that drill was a start. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be looking over my shoulder every time I take a leak. If Kajika gets away,
This next part can be pretty easy, or it can be a little more difficult. Sometimes you get a heavy sitting at the bottom, you have to kill him first. If you don't have the heavy at the bottom, you just have 2 enemies up top, just run. Just keep running by everything. Don't stop, they'll shoot you. Just keep going. Make sure you have out your AR, climb up the ladder, and take them out. So much quicker. If you stop to try to shoot him, you're going to waste time.
More control over this city than we thought.
had Kelso. With that drill out of action, we made a serious dent in our operation.
I hope you're right.
The only thing we need to worry about right now is finding.
So this is the last part before the boss, and it can get a little tricky. Sometimes the enemies hide. I got lucky, I got a lot of reds, so it was easy to take them out pretty quickly with FAMAS. It really comes down to luck of the draw with this mission, because you might get certain types of enemies and it makes it easier, and other types it makes it more difficult, but you're not always going to get the same set. So just run it a few times and you should get a decent set of enemies. Now what you want to do is you want to hit this door over here at about 10:30, and then you should have plenty of time. If you can get here at 10 minutes, you're going to be golden. I haven't yet been able to. I 10:30, I think 10:26 was my best time. All right, so now once you get into this room, we're actually going to start using our skills. Just run straight ahead, hide behind the barrier in front of you. Like Kajinko, he's going to throw a set of traps. You're going to pulse as soon as they hit and get rid of all the traps on our side. Then you use the drone, and you're going to actually start trying to kill the enemies on the other side. This is another frustrating part, because if they hide, you're screwed. We're using the drone to hopefully get them to poke their heads out and stuff like this. I got lucky in this run. I think I got them pretty quickly, most of them. But you can actually spend a lot of time waiting for them to pop their heads out. I've had it where I've sat here for a minute and a half just trying to kill one enemy because he wouldn't poke his head up. I find the drone helps a lot. It makes them move. And you can switch back and forth to the rifle and the AR. Here's an example. This guy's hiding. Finally got his foot. Popped his head up. Now once again, Kajinko comes out. What you want to do is as much damage to him as possible really quickly, because it makes him phase and go to the next phase. I miss and he hops over the side here, and I can't shoot him now. So this is frustrating. Get up a little higher and I can get his head, do enough damage to him, and once he starts firing his arrows at the steam pipes, now it's going to phase, and we're going to run it over to let the water down.
For you, Agent.
And as you see, my time is about 12 minutes right now.
Get away from that steam and finish him off.
Agent, try to lower the water.
As soon as we get across here, we're going to pulse and try to get rid of all the shock traps down here, and then whip out the FAMAS and kill everyone on the ground here. Hopping up in this area here is a pretty good place to hide. You can get a good angle up in the room there, and you want to, once again, you want to do as much damage to Kajinko as you can to make him phase. And the hardest part is when they start hiding, and like he's doing right now. I can't get a good shot on him, so he comes out. You do also want to make sure you take out the other enemies though, because they're going to be there the whole time, and even if you kill Kajinko at the end, you have to kill all the other enemies, so you're going to want to take these guys out too. On the ground, easy location for me to get him. Now it's time to phase. I do have the pulse again here. I'd like to have saved my pulse, but I didn't have a chance to. Now you're gonna have a few seconds. Make sure you go reload your AR, because you're gonna need it. I wasted a second or two there, but that was all right. I wanted to make sure I had enough ammo. When we jump down here is where I actually wanted to use my pulse to clear the bottom area, so I wouldn't get in trouble. But you were able to actually run through this as I did and not get stuck on any of the shock traps. Now what you want to do is look up top, shoot at Kajinko a little bit. He's going to run to the left. I found this, he did this every time, and then see this, hit the barrel. He catches on fire. Everyone is on fire up there. Hop up here quickly. This is where you're going to exit, and try to do as much damage to Kajinko as possible and make him phase again. One more phase is the last one. Make sure you kill all the other enemies quickly as possible. Make sure that FAMAS is reloaded for when Kajinko comes out. I actually didn't realize that there was a red enemy right there. I caught sight of him at the end and got him. Now here he comes. Now kill Kajinko as fast as you can.
Rogue agent.
And the reason we're up here, you're gonna have 2 more enemies come after Kajinko. Turn around and run through the door.
Getting a signal?
So at 14:11, I start opening these doors. I complete this mission at 14:42, and it takes 31 seconds after you open those doors to get up here and listen to everything and get mission complete. And that's all she wrote, and with 18 seconds to spare. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button below and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If you'd like to see more content like this, then smash that subscribe button. And you can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Maniocrity, where I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till next time, agents, happy hunting.